All right, well, welcome back, everybody. So surprisingly, an extremely common question on the channel is about these pine trees. I get asked several times a month and quite often on our live streams. So if you can look back here, even though I'm blinding you, this is the same type of trees right here. These are about 6-7 years old. They've grown very well. They hold limbs all the way to the ground. They provide privacy. So long story short, this piece of property beside us sold last year. We tried to buy to that tree line and it just did not work out that we could. And an easement wound up getting put on this property right there. You can see that little road going to a landlocked piece of 80 acres back there. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about that now. Wish we could have bought to that fence line. It just did not work out. So I decided to plant all these trees right here and just continue these two rows of trees to get us some privacy. So I planted these pine trees right here. These are called sand pines, and we wound up getting a pretty extreme drought right after we planted them, and several of them did not make it. So as y'all can look at here, you can see areas like right there, that one's pretty much not making it. Then you got many that are doing good, a couple more that really don't look very healthy. I probably need to go ahead and get those out of the way. Then I had a really long strip here. This is the worst strip out of the entire field. None of them made it right there. So I've already taken the lawnmower here, knocked it down the other day. But what I'm going to do is jump on the zero turn, go out here in areas where pines are missing, like that right there, mow all this thick grass down out of the way. And today we're going to do some pine tree transplanting. I planted some on the back side of the field last year or the year before whenever I planted these. Just in case some didn't make it. I've never truly dug them up and transplanted them, but it's worth a shot, worth trying right now, because I have some big open areas right up here where I truly want the privacy. As you can see, the rows look pretty good going on up the hill. There's a few missing here and there. I don't have but so many trees to transplant, and this is the area I really want to focus on back up here where we want our privacy. So let's jump on the zero turn, mow a few spots. I want to go ahead and get all this thick grass mowed on either side of the pines. Then we're going to jump in the tractor, and I'm actually going to use my post hole digger attachment to just drive along, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, and then we'll go back, dig up some of those pines, plug them in there, and see if this works. The other reason I'm really wanting to get this done today, the radar says, or the weather app, I should say, says that we have about 4 days of potential rain chance coming up. So I really want to get these in the ground. So if it does rain, it packs the roots in really good, gets rid of air pockets, and will give them somewhat of a jump start. This being February, cold time of the year, that's the best time to transplant too. They have the least amount of shock. That's typically when you plant pines around here. So nothing to it but to do it. that is a job that is done now. All we can do is pray for all this rain that they say is coming, and hopefully it packs them in good. I have never transplanted pine trees like this. None of them may survive, or they may all survive. I just really don't know. Whenever I was digging up the root balls, I was cutting through some roots, so I don't know if they'll make it or not. But what I tried to do was bring a big enough root ball out here with undisturbed soil on each pine tree from where they were. So there is a big section of roots that are undisturbed. Hopefully they'll take off and take root in the ground here. But this was that section right here that had a pile missing, just a huge gap. Now you can see I've got all the healthiest ones that I could find and stuck there. It looks really good. We'll just watch them over the next few days, week or two, see if they start really yellowing up and if they're going to make it or not. They may not. Time will tell. However, these are old enough now, they're starting to put on pine cones. And I have read, I subscribe to a magazine called Mother Earth News, and they actually showed how to take pine cones, put them in a bag, put them in a refrigerator, cause them to open up and seed out. So I may actually try that with some of the pine cones here, try to grow some seedlings this year, and already have me some backup trees ready to go should any of these not make it. So that'll be a little experiment for the future. Maybe it'll work out. But looks really, really good now. I hope these make it. There's still quite a few spots on top of the hill that I just did not have enough pines to fill in. But that's okay. I tried to make sure, like if there was a gap over here, there was not a gap on that side. So as these trees get bigger and fill out, you know, it'll still close the gap up. These trees get really wide, so they don't even have to be as close as they are now. But I made for sure that I put as many right through here as I possibly could, because this is the area we really want to fill in to kind of get our privacy back. Top of the hill, not as critical or as important, especially once you get way on past the hill there. You can't really see trucks or anybody driving in and out. And there's still enough trees there, like I said. When they get that big and bush out, they'll bush out 10, 15, 20 foot wide the older they get. Like I said, they don't even really have to be this close. All right, well, hopefully that answered y'all's questions. Like I said, this has been kind of oddly a very popular question. I guess y'all were just interested in maybe the privacy, the easement, or maybe it just is about the pine trees. But we've got it answered for now. We've got them filled in. I'm gonna do a better job of keeping mowed in between them this year. Got to really be careful the way I mow this. Really pretty much can only do it with a zero turn and tractor. I just can't get close enough to them without risking mowing them over. So we'll try to take better care of them this year. I'll keep you updated. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. They may not can handle this transplant shock, but time will tell. We'll know in a week or two if we start seeing them really yellow up and die off on me. So thank y'all so much for watching. We got a lot more videos coming on the channel, and we'll catch you on the next video.